Thank you for accessing this presentation about the use of new media in the advocacy for LGBT rights in Guyana. This is a case study of the Society Against Sexual Orientation Discrimination. My name is Vidyaratha Kissoon, and the presentation was done in December 2011. To give some context, this is a text of an email which was received by SASOD from a lawyer in the United States who was seeking information for a client who wanted asylum. And this email refers to the website of SASOD and the need for for additional information and experts. In the outline of this presentation, I will look at the Guyana legal context, I will look at new media in Guyana, I will look at the history of LGBT advocacy between 2001 and now, and SASOD's position in that history. I will look at SASOD and new media and examine future possibilities for new media. The Guyana legal context. We inherited the Sodomy Laws from the British as part, like most of the English-speaking Caribbean. It was part of that colonial legacy. The snapshot there is a scan of some pages of a ship surgeon report for the ship the Mersey, which was in 1898. It was transporting Indian indentured laborers from India to Guyana. And on that ship, two men were found allegedly having sex, and they apparently consented to having sex. One of them was put in irons, and the other one had his penis blistered and was made to scrub the decks every day for the rest of the voyage. In addition to the Sodomy Laws, we have laws which criminalize cross-dressing. These laws are currently being challenged in a constitutional motion in the Supreme Court in Guyana. In 2001, an attempt was made to include sexual orientation as a fundamental right. The Parliament agreed. However, the President did not assent under pressure from religious groups. In 2003, this issue came up again, and it disappeared into a parliamentary system. In 2010, Guyana's first universal periodic review of its human rights issues ended up in a recommendation that Guyana should ensure that the protection for LGBT persons is enshrined in law. New media in Guyana is based around the internet, and the internet first came in 1996. It was very limited and restricted. In 1997, we had the first local websites, and in 2002 and 2003, the internet access opened up a little bit. In 2000, there were about 50,000 internet users, representing about 6% of the population, whereas in 2009, that number increased to 219,000, or about 28% of the population. That number is growing gradually. Previously, this internet access was concentrated very much in urban areas and on the coastline, but now there are schemes to expand internet access. There has been an ICT thrust in Guyana and concerns about ICT and its role in our development and ensuring that there is access. There is a one laptop per family project which seeks to increase hardware access to poor families, and there is telecoms liberalization as part of the strategy to increase access to technology. SASOD and new media. SASOD formed in 2003 around when the second constitutional issue came up, and created an email address, created a Yahoo group originally with about 40 members, and then hosted its first website free at GeoCities as it existed at the time. In 2005, the SASOD blog was created because it was easier to add content there. In 2006, SASOD was formally registered as an organization. In 2008, with the support of the government of Guyana, through the Global Fund to Prevent HIV, SASOD launched its new website at www.sasod.org.gy. In 2009, the SASOD Film Festival had a Facebook group which now has emerged to 480 members. In 2010, we had a YouTube channel, and in 2011, we used Podbean to put up some podcasts. Our newsletter, Spectrum Vibes, is at the Issues website. And all of the time, we have been using email to send in letters to editors and sending press releases around the Caribbean. This is our website. Our name and logo at the top contains information about stories, information about our LGBT Film Festival, and about the funders, which, as you see there, we have the Government of Guyana and the World Bank. So how has SASOD used new media to further its advocacy strategies? First of all, for collaboration between people, between its members, and to help with collaboration, most of the members have email addresses, and email is frequently used for decision making, for rapid decision making. SASOD uses new media to encourage participation so that persons can comment, give feedback, have discussions about issues which are related to LGBT people. New media is used for communication. SASOD has used its website and its blog and its other tools to communicate about the issues and to ensure that its statements and so are there. Knowledge building is another, while not a direct intention, a direct purpose of the use of new media. Through the sharing of information and persons' experiences, SASOD has been able to build up knowledge about LGBT lives in Guyana. New media has helped SASOD with its accountability to show reports, to share within, for example, the Yahoo Group project reports, its audit reports, and to do general information sharing about activities and events in Guyana, the Caribbean, and worldwide. Most importantly, new media has helped SASOD to have visibility. And one of the reasons that we've been able to have 7 LGBT film festivals since 2005 is that people have been able to see from our website that the film festivals are happening, that we're tracking what is going on. We've tracked reports and feedback. So directors are very keen and are very willing to participate in the film festival, from which they see is a genuine effort, as a genuine part of the LGBT advocacy in Guyana. So what's the future for SASOD? We have to integrate the content, because now that it's all over the place, there was no clear strategy. So they have a website, you have YouTube channel, podcast channel, Facebook group, a blog somewhere else. So all of that has to be integrated, and there's some content which is missing. And I have there the publishing of project work, which is a little bit down. We have to ensure participation of those who are not connected. Gradually, people are becoming more connected. They're using different devices to be connected. We have to be able to reach out to those persons who, for whatever reasons, are not connected. We should not imagine that our issues are just related to those who have access to the new media. We have to continue to develop multimedia and to use multimedia effectively in sharing our stories, sharing our issues, documenting, celebrating our successes. There is going to be growing internet usage in Guyana that presents an opportunity for us to offer future applications. One idea, for example, is for us to look at things like an online training module on sexuality and gender identity for those persons who are interested in it, and to have this online training accredited. The important thing as we do this is to continuously evaluate our advocacy strategies and how new media is used. And this way we will ensure that we are being successful in what we're doing. Thank you very much for listening.